Hello everyone. This is Defense Politics Asia. This will be the summary for day 20 of the Russian-Ukrainian conflict, or the Russian uh, Russian invasion, or the Ukraine war, or the Ukraine not a war. Um, in case someone says that why do I not call this a war? In like one of the comments in one of the videos, I find that very funny. So anyway, um, so summary. Let's start with the most weird one. You never see this color before, right? This color is Belarus. So Lukashenko claims that they have shot down a Ukrainian Toshka U missile over Pripyat, and he claimed that the missile is actually heading towards Belarus, and they actually shot it down over Pripyat, and I have no idea where is Pripyat. There's a Pripyat in Ukraine, and then there's some places, because the river is a Pripyat River. Actually, you can Pripyat River. So no idea, no how true is this, or he just anyhow claim things. If you find it very dizzying when I zoom in, zoom out, I'm so sorry. I can't help it. I can't control my fingers. Okay, so the Russian forces captured, so this is the Kiev front, captured the stronghold. This is what they claim. This is what they claim in the briefing of the defense ministry. A stronghold at Huta. So it's actually this place is on the west side of this Dnieper River, the big Dnieper River where we saw the helicopters fly past, in that epic shot in the first day of the war, where one of the helicopters got shot down. They claim that they have seized 10 javelins and a number of other weapons that are Western sourced in this stronghold here. So yeah, this also shows that despite how I drew this map, there is actually a lot of holes, and a lot of the places is actually not very secured, and Ukrainian forces can actually wiggle past all these places to strike from the rear on the Russian positions. Of course, the Russians probably are also crawling around. So let's see who catch who. So nothing else is happening around here other than the normal bombardments and deaths and pathetic stuff that's happening. And okay, let's go to the Kharkiv front. So we have received we kind of like saw this information where humanitarian aid from Russia arrived at Cossack Lopan. So I actually tried to find what the hell is it, why this translation is called Cossack, and I finally found the place is actually called Kozacha Lopan, and because so the story is that the humanitarian aids came, and then the villagers or the town people that were complaining how there is totally not a single convoy of humanitarian aid coming from the Ukrainian side. And then I never saw this name before, and then I went to search, and I realized, oh, I have never marked this place as under Russian control. So, ta-da, the flag for the Russians. And then, yeah, we kind of extend a bit out for the Russians. So, just a slight change to the map there. Nothing else happened. Nothing else worth talking about in the Kharkiv front happened. So this probably is my third time talking about this. There's a battle reported between Yeremivka and Studenok. This have already been mentioned in the previous update, previous summary, and we have confirmation on the explosions at Bohorodishne. basically there's a photo of the bridge getting blown up and actually have collapsed. This is blown up by the Ukrainians. If I zoom out further, you can actually see the bridge here. This is actually blown up by the Ukrainians to slow down the advance of the Russians. So when during the last summary, the information was that the fighting was at night. So there is no evidence to talk about this. They only talk about there's sounds of explosion at Bohorodishny. And then the next day, which is yesterday, on day 20, we actually saw the photos. So we can kind of verify that this happened. So we also received information that the Ukrainians is actually still resisting in Izium. So mainly in the outskirts, but I also assume that they are also in the southern part of Izium because of all the forest that's around. So the Ukrainian forces is actually hiding mostly in the forest, and then they are popping up that try to harass the Russian troops to prevent them from moving smoothly through to continue their attack and advances. And then they have also I think some kind of artillery as well within this Izium forces, but I don't think they are able to resupply, and probably it's a one shot and that's it kind of thing, I believe. If you go and watch the full the update on this battle of Izium plus, you'll be able to hear a story or a wartime story on how the operation actually went for the Russians, and in this area how they actually managed to capture most of the city. So it's just a war story in that update. So if you haven't watched the update on the Izium plus, I do urge you to go and watch. I think that story is actually rather interesting, but I'm not going to cover here because it's not relevant to the summary. So let's move on to the Battle of Severodonetsk. I have information that the Luhansk forces have captured more than half of Rubizny. The attack actually came from the west and the north, so they actually attacked from both sides, west and north, and they actually over the past days managed to capture more than half of the city of Rubizny, and there's report of fighting along the railroads. So the railroads, if you zoom in enough, you can see that these are actually railroads. Yeah, fighting along the railroads reportedly, and the Ukrainian forces are driven to the south of Rubizny. So things are not looking good for the Ukrainians over here, especially Severodonetsk is also under attack and siege. So there are reports previously, I believe I already mentioned this, that the fighting is in the northeastern part of in the outskirts of Severodonetsk. Still a hard fight. This is going to be another Mariupol kind of situation where the Russian side is definitely wanting to conquer the cities. So the twin city of Severodonetsk and Lysychansk, they are definitely going to conquer this city. They are not going to just sit around and drink their coffee and drink their vodka like what they did in the northern cities around here. So this is going to be another tough fight for the Russian-backed Luhansk forces or Lugansk forces. So moving down to the Donetsk front, there is a progress reported in the morning by the Ministry of Defense that they have captured the Donetsk forces actually captured the village of Panteleimonivka. So, and then there is some chatters talking about how they have reportedly reached Novoselivka Druha. If you look at Russian sources, they will call it Novoselivka 2. So, but in the Ukrainian, it's actually Novoselivka Druha. So, but this is not confirmed information. This is just reportedly. this is not confirmation, because the Russian actually call this a line, the Novoselivka Druha and Verkhonotoretsk line. So this line is like this. So they attack from from here. So I find it a bit hard to actually wrap my mind around it on how they actually don't decide how they actually arrive there. So their bombardment artillery, duel at Avdiivka as usual. And further down at our dear Velika Novoselivka line, where the eastern side of this line is totally compromised, there is a post within one of the sources that actually mentioned that the Russian forces actually reportedly heading for Kurakhov. Kurakhov is here, so it seems like they are very keen on Kurakhov. There's also another one that actually mentioned Marinka, but there's no confirmation. This is just those one-liner kind of things, but it is conceivable that they want to take Marinka and Kurakhov. If you look at Marinka, this seems to be an important area that is linked with this another city or town here, and this could represent another buffer for Donetsk if they are able to break through, and they can actually follow the small roads up from here, and Kurakhov can actually cut off any resupplies and reinforcement to the front line around here. So these are all very important positions that the Russians will be interested. There is also a chatter, there's a post, it's not written here, but they say that the Russians are actually ignoring Vuleda. They're actually bypassing it, and they just want to continue to strike at Kurakhov. So the Vuleda soldiers, you are unwanted, you are unloved. So lucky for them, they're not going to die then. They have chance to retreat. So going down to the Mariupol. So I actually learned how to pronounce this as Mario, Super Mario, Mariupol. So, previously I pronounced this as Mariupol. So that's very Singaporean way of pronouncing this. In Mariupol, there's corroborative evidence that the Russian mass evacuation by the bus actually happened, and the buses looks nothing like the Ukrainian buses. They all look very old, very Soviet. So you can go to the update that on the siege of Mariupol to actually watch the videos. I'm not going to show here. Then there's also reportedly 2,000 passenger cars left Mariupol towards the direction of Zaporizhia. Is in the direction of Zaporizhia because that is actually the humanitarian corridor. So they actually will follow through, go to Potivsky, go to Manhush. Then after that, they will actually go up to, I think, Lohu. I actually I already forgot what the route already. It's not important. So yeah, and then there's also a video of the mined road at Mariupol. So if you are interested to watch some of these videos, which I happen to show, you can actually go to the Siege of Mariupol update to watch it. In terms of the battle, I think all these battle icons might be all irrelevant already, might all be outdated, but I'm still waiting for official information or something that can corroborate that these exact locations have been captured. Then I will remove them. But the heaviest fighting or the toughest fighting reported by the Russians is actually this area, the Illich steel and metal works, or iron works, steel and iron works, and as well as the Azovstal steel and iron works. So these two massive complex, industrial complex, you can see how huge this entire freaking building is. This is an apartment. This is a freaking flat. This is one hell of a massive, crazy industrial building. This is epically huge. So try playing catching here. I think you'll die of exhaustion. So then, no information otherwise. So if you are those that actually in love with the manliness of the Chechens, there is a Chechen force actually moving into Mariupol to fight. Yeah, if that is your kind of taste. What else? Um, what else did I miss? Okay, then one last point, I believe. Oh, okay. Let me go to this place first. So there's actually reported fighting between the Russian and Ukrainian forces around here, around Adivka, and of course I'm not sure if I mentioned before in the summaries that there are alleged the Wagner group or the Wagner group, the so-called the neo-Nazis of Russia, private security contractors. They kind of got killed or arrested by the Ukrainian forces around here. Because when I saw it, I was not sure how to make of it because they are not combatants. They are not technically Russian soldiers, so I'm not sure what to do with them. So I did not mark the territory here, and there's literally no other information. So I have no idea how to actually mark this area. So I didn't mark it. But I want to tell you that something happened here, and no news about the Novovorovsovska, other than if you want to know, there's shelling of Nikopo. So there's shelling of Nikopo, and on if you something about the Wagner group is that they are so-called neo-Nazis and they are sent to go and do denazification. I think Putin just want to kill them off and send them on suicide missions like without armor support. That's why they all got caught or killed. Perhaps that's what happened. Nothing for Mykolaiv other than just this. So the Ukrainian forces managed to sneak out, I think, one or two MLRS, and they managed to strike the Kherson International Airport, which is Russian held, and the Russians actually parked a lot of military helicopters around here, this region, this here, and then the artillery actually strike here. So you actually can see in this photo, and if you watch the quick update that I just posted regarding this story, I was questioning, why didn't the Ukrainians send more artillery to conduct this critical strike? Because you have only one chance to actually do this actually. So you should have sent a entire battery or 2 or 3 batteries to cover this entire area. I think I have to show you the photo. I have to show you the photo to explain. Can you see all this? These are all trucks. These are all military vehicles. Like they are everywhere. Like literally just everywhere. They could have blanketed this entire area with shells. So they did not do that. So it's a wasted opportunity. And then they just stirred the hornet's nest. So the Russians are going to fly, helicopters, attack helicopters and air support, everywhere all the time now, and it's going to make maneuvers by the Ukrainians even more difficult because they could have dealt a serious blow to the Russian air force in this southern theater. So according to the Ukrainian general staff, they mentioned that they destroyed 7 combat helicopters. This is epically insufficient. Given by the photos, you can actually see a lot more that is untouched. So this strike is a morale boosting strike. Still well done to the Ukrainian forces, but in the grand scale of things, this is pointless. Like you hardly done anything in a way. So the very last thing to talk about is actually the Russian Navy had some action. They reportedly shelled the coast of Odessa, and then in another source actually mentioned that the the target for the shelling through rocket and artillery, which is basically guns, is, and they say they fire a huge amount of ammunition over long distance, is to hit this little village of where's the village? Oh god, I lost that village. Tuzli. Yep. So they are hitting Tuzli because there is a allegedly some kind of storage or military position. Maybe this, I'm not sure. So they just bombarded it, expand away some of the old ammos that they're gonna throw away anyway. That's my guess. I'm just joking. So yeah, I haven't slept for a long time. It's afternoon now in Singapore and I haven't slept. So yeah, I'm not normal now. So anyway, this is just the update of the day 20 of this Ukraine not a war. I have nothing else, I believe. In a way it's rather quiet because there's still so many stalemates around. Definitely in terms of the actual fighting, it's not quiet, but in terms of progress, there's actually very little for progress around the region. So anyway, this is just a quick update, and not quick update, this is the summary for day 20. And if you find all these things useful, please subscribe, please support the channel. I probably will have some further news soon, regarding Patreon and some planned podcasts and building this community, because I think I accidentally created a very awesome community of people here, of supporters and people that actually like the truth and balance and very logical kind of appreciation of what is actually happening around the world. I think this community can be actually built further. I'm still thinking and planning what to do with to how to build this community to have all these like-minded people together. So anyway, once I think through, I will tell you more, and I will see you in the next update, which is probably 6 to 8 hours from now, because I want to sleep. So I'll see you soon.